All right, so good evening, everyone, and you're welcome to our first episode on Business Week and powered by RetailLoop Cycle. RetailLoop Cycle is a community, a dev community that is built around RetailLoop. So, RetailLoop is an API for building a e-commerce platform, and we also have APIs that developers can interact with. So basically, we do a lot of things around RetailLoop and yeah, so today we are going to talk about business. But before then, I would like to introduce or I would like to welcome first, yeah, I would like to welcome everyone for making it on time. Like, this is so amazing for the first time for our first webinar. We are making it on time, and of course, it's so amazing to see how people join, on time. Yeah. So we're supposed to start 4:30, and this is exactly 4:30. So, if you don't mind, a quick one, I would like us to introduce ourselves to get to know ourselves better. If you feel like, okay, you want to use the mic, you can kindly raise your hand, or you can perhaps use the chat box. Please tell us your name, where you are joining us from, one fun thing about you, your staff. I can even hand some cool cash today on this day while networking. Yeah, because I know I have a lot of bosses in the room. Yeah, so I'm going to start from myself. My name is Memunat Manzuma, and I'm the host for today. I'm a DevRel, that's Developers Relation Advocate from Retail Loop. So I built Retail Loop Cycle, that's a community around Retail Loop. Yeah. So we are going to be coming up with a bi-weekly webinars talking about business, digitalizing business, how to build e-commerce, the challenges around e-commerce businesses. We are going to be inviting different speakers from different parts of the world to tell us about business, to tell us how we can successfully build and run our businesses online, like digitalizing our business and all. And I believe that eventually, like almost everybody is into business, one or two things. It can be a personal branding, it can be your skill that you are selling out, it can be product that you are selling out. But in Nigeria of today, everybody is into business, and there is a need for, having this kind of setting. So it's not like the usual calls that you do technical thing, you talk about JavaScript, talk about yeah, you talk about JavaScript, talk about different hard codes. People seems not to understand. You'll say, okay, I want to learn this, I want to learn that. Yeah, we also do that in the community as well. But yeah, here we are business wise, and we want others to also, have this insight about business. Yeah. So I'm not going to waste our time because of the season we have, of course, Ramadan, and we're also considering our Muslim brothers and sisters. Yeah. So to cut it short, I will appreciate we introduce ourselves again. I'm repeating that. I will appreciate we introducing ourselves. We can use the chat box to pick up with the time. And if you don't mind, please kindly drop also your social media links so that everyone can network. I can follow you for next time. I can see your updates and all. Yeah. So in no time, I'm going to introduce our first speaker on board, and I'm very sure these two speakers, they have oil, like they are well packaged for us. They have the let me not too high anyway. So I'm going to introduce our first speaker in person of Umar Farouk um, uh, Adamu. So he's a software engineer. So as I said earlier, that we are going to be bringing up different speakers from different um, aspects in tech to tell us about business. So it's not going to be our usual coding thing, right? So, but then we have a software developer here. He's an engineer anyway, so he has experience in building, successful e-commerce businesses, and platform that hosts retail activities. So I'm going to invite you on the stage now. Hi, good evening, Omar. Are you with us? Can you hear? Can you hear me? Can you hear everyone? Good evening.
Hello, hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Umar Adamu, and I'm happy to be with you guys here today. Thank you, Maimuna. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And I'm looking forward to having a wonderful time with you for the rest of this evening. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. So I'm going to be stepping up the stage now. You have the stage for your presentation. Thank you so much.
All right. Once again, thank you for having me. If you people don't mind, let me share my screen. I think 2 or 3 pages to share with you. We are going to have a little discussion, then have a few Q&A, and see how we can align the discussion and the questions together to come up with maybe something useful at the end of the presentation. So let me share my screen. Okay. Can you people see my screen? Hello.
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to talk about building a successful e-commerce business. First of all, before I start my presentation, I wanted to say a little about myself and why maybe this topic is important to be heard from me. Or I think, like, first of all, I have experience in business, I think, for quite almost 5 years now. I did my internship at the American University of Nigeria at the School of Business and Entrepreneurship. So then I get to interact with a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of departments from the United Nations. We try to see how we can come up with sustainable businesses and how to transform local businesses in our environment into sustainable businesses. So that introduced me to a wide prospect for entrepreneurship. And that's when I started my journey of, like, okay, aligning my tech knowledge and entrepreneurship to the extent that I started building solutions for entrepreneurs. Right. So what I'm going to talk about now today is building a successful e-commerce business. I think the first thing we should try to understand is what e-commerce is. So e-commerce is a short for electronic commerce, which refers to the buying and selling of goods and services over the internet. So any product or anything sold on the internet, like, can be categorized as an activity performed related to e-commerce, like when there is purchase, like either trade by barter, buying and selling, or anything on the internet. That's what, when you point together, you can come up with something like e-commerce, or the activities when brought together. So it involves the use of digital channels such as websites, mobile apps, and social media platforms to conduct business transactions between buyers and sellers. So for you to build an e-commerce business or a successful e-commerce business, there are a lot of steps involved. So, and these steps are very challenging sometimes. So, but here are some few key strategies that can help you increase your chances of success. So the first thing that you should do when building an e-commerce solution is to identify a profitable niche. So this means, okay, like, you should start by identifying a profitable niche that you are passionate about and has a demand in the market, right? So these are two things. It should be profitable and it is having a demand in the market. So this means that, okay, like, it is unconventional or not necessary for you to come with a solution or a business that can be sold only once in a month. Like, however the profit, however the huge the profit is. Let's say, okay, you are selling it double the price at which you bought it, but you only sell it maybe, let's say, once in a month. So this is not recommended. This is not really the way business are done. So, like, you should look for a business that is very demanding, like something that people are demanding in the market. This will help you to stand out from the competition and offer a unique value proposition to your target audience. So the second step that you should look for is choosing the right platform. So when you're building a solution, like choosing the right platform is important. You should choose a platform that suits your business needs and budget. There are several options when it comes to this, which include Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Magento, Flutterwave by Bata by Flutterwave, etc. So all these platforms are available for people to start having a front, like internet front. So you have access to your customers, and your customers can also have access to your services and products. So the third thing that you should look into is to creating a user-friendly website. So you should design a website that is easy to navigate and user-friendly. So your website should have a clear and concise product description, high-quality image, and easy checkout process. So this is the concept of UI UX for the people in tech. Like having a beautiful user interface actually can return customers a lot. Like because if I'm having difficulty navigating on your website, or difficulty like getting the product I'm looking for, so like it is going to be very challenging for me to come back again and place an order on your store. So the fourth thing that I think we should look for is building a strong brand. So you should develop a strong brand that resonates with your target audience. This includes creating a unique logo, designing a website that reflects your brand identity, and developing a brand voice that speaks to your customers. And the next thing is to optimize your website for search engines, right? So this means, okay, like your website can be accessible by search engines using relevant keywords. Maybe like, okay, if I say, okay, cheap groceries on Google, I can just maybe like see your website there. Or I say, okay, like cheap perfume around Ilorin. So like search engine optimization really plays a very huge important role when it comes to e-commerce. So the next thing is focusing on customer experience. You are expected to spend a lot of time providing an excellent customer experience from pre-purchase to post-purchase. So like making the activity seamless for your customers, like from when your product is being listed on the website and how customer can access it to the extent to the time that he can buy it and get it delivered. Make this flow like as easy as possible and have a very good flow for that. So next is to leverage on social media. You are expected to use social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter to reach to a wider audience and engage with your customers. These days, a lot of people are active on social medias. Like majority, like we spend time, enough time, more than you can imagine on social media than on any other maybe platforms, right? So if you can leverage on social media, you can get your products and services available to your clients like easily. So the next thing for you to do is to monitor your metrics. This is important for you to monitor your website to identify areas of improvements and measure your success. This includes tracking your website traffic, conversion rates, and revenue. By following these steps, actually, I think you can build a successful e-commerce business that provides value to your customers and generate revenue for your business. So I think this is something important that a lot of people have been asking me when they come to our office, like, okay, with for consultation. They usually ask, do I need something? What skill do I need to migrate my business from conventional business to an e-commerce or maybe like a platform? So when starting an e-commerce business, it requires a combination of technical, business, and soft skills. Here I have listed out some essential skills you should possess or work on developing. So for the technical skill, e-commerce involves the use of digital tools and platforms. So you should have a basic understanding of web development, website design, and digital marketing. This includes knowledge of web development languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are very important, as well as familiarity with e-commerce platform like Shopify, Magento, WooCommerce, or BigCommerce, or any other platform that render such services. So, and for the business skill, it is expected of you to have a business skill for you to start, let's say, e-commerce business. Because, like having a business skill such as accounting, financial management, and marketing will make you a person that can be able to create a business plan, budget your resources, and develop marketing strategies to attract customers and generate sales. So, Sanjuma, yeah. The next thing is customer service skill. So, providing excellent customer service skill is a key to building successful e-commerce business. You should have excellent communication, be responsive to customers, and make inquiries, right? So, and be able to manage customer complaints and returns. The next skill that is needed for you to start an e-commerce business is analytical skill. What does this mean? Okay, actually, like in this regard, you need to analyze data regularly to measure the performance of your website and identify the opportunities for improvement, right? So this is required to make strong analytical skills that you should interpret the data and make data driven decisions. So the next is adaptability. This is also an important skill that is needed. In e-commerce, it is constantly evolving industry. So you should be able to adapt to changes in technology and consumer behavior. So this means, okay, like you should be open to learning new skills, trying new marketing tactics, and adjusting to business strategy as needed. So by honing these skills, I believe you can start e-commerce business and be well positioned for success. It is also important to remember that you can always outsource some tasks or hire employees to help fill any skill gaps that you don't possess. Thank you. So, like, these are the basic things, like, that I think people should know when it comes to e-commerce. Like, we talk about, like, okay, the skills needed for you to start an e-commerce business, what the e-commerce business is, and I think, okay, like, I can open the room, like, for you guys to ask question, like, and we can maybe try to answer them. I know, like, this is just a little slide, like it's just 5 pages, and the goal is to like give you the basic, the context of what e-commerce is, and the process involved in building an e-commerce business and the skills needed. So with that, like we can get to interact with you people, know the questions you people are having, like the challenges you have experienced while building e-commerce businesses. So we can align them together or like try to narrow it down to the minimum barest solution or like maybe answer that can help you maybe understand what you are doing, where to fix, or where to project when iterating to the next stage. So thank you guys for listening. And I think if the host is okay, like I can take a few questions from the audience before we proceed further, or like maybe the next person can take over. Then you get your questions ready. Then before the end of the program, we can get to answer them together. Memunat, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Farouk. I really appreciate that, which is very, very amazing. And it is so insightful because we have learned a lot, and I personally has learned a lot. Like I've been jotting down some things, like since I've been jotting down, like really, we have a lot to do while building a business, right? So I love the part that you mentioned part of the skills. You mentioned business as a skill, right? So one thing we have discovered is it's a thing to have a technical skills. It's a thing to have some soft skills, and it's another thing to have a business skill. You should be business while we techies, we are more focused on the technical thing to solve the problems and all, and at the end, facing system for a long time can actually takes up your words. Like you actually know what you are doing, right? But you cannot really sell yourself out, right? And the business part, it is very, very important because after you build your solution, you actually need to sell it out. You actually need to be business wise. You actually need to have a lot of skills apart from this technical thing you have to get your customer target, have people to use your platforms, keep on receiving feedbacks, right, to build more or to improve your platform. Thank you so much for this amazing section. And I believe that most of us here have been jotting down as well, taking these beautiful notes, and also have some questions because we have question and answer section. And because due to time, would like to move to the next speaker in person of Mohammed Sani, and is the managing partner for Startup Jigawa. But fortunately and unfortunately, he's on his trip to Umrah, and he's actually on the call, but we have somebody to replace him for this presentation because he has seen it that, oh, this event is actually worth it, right? And because of his tight schedule, he has to also say he's moving it, not canceling the event, but he's moving it to another person. Thank you so much. And with no time, I would like to introduce our speaker, in person of Umar Mohammed, is going to be representing Mohammed Sani. Umar Mohammed, good evening and nice having you here.
Good evening, Mimuna, and good evening, everyone.
Good
Yeah,
evening, sir.
my name is Umar Mohammed, and I am known as Icon Farouk, and I am the project manager for Startup Kanu, and also the business associate manager for Startup Kanu as well. So I saw the flyer which Mama Sani shared. I was like, wow, this is very interesting, because it actually aligned with one of our goal, and we having the center of e-commerce here in Kano. Kano is known for the center of commerce, so we want to take the place. We want to take over the e-commerce hub of West Africa, so to say. So I find it very interesting. I was like, yeah, you guys did a great job, because to have a successful e-commerce, part of the work one needs to do is actually creating awareness, letting people know about e-commerce, how they can run e-commerce and all. I was like, this is very nice. So I like to say a big well done to you guys for putting out this event.
Thank you so much, Umar. We are actually amazed, and it's wowing me. Like I was like, wow, wow, like so, and we believe that in tech ecosystem, the sky is our limit, and we have more to do. That's why we are creating this awareness. Yes. So please, you have the
Good.
floor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So, first, I will start with for you to have an e-commerce, for you to run an e-commerce business, there is certain things that you need to do. There is this that is called market intelligence research. So, if you can be able to have your market intelligence research, you can be able to spell out every corner, every business that you need to do, because you're going to have a broad knowledge about the business you're going into. You're going to have the whole analysis, the whole data, the whole problems, the whole solution, the whole objectives of everything that you're going into. So having the market intelligence research will help you a lot. And another thing for you before going into e-commerce is enabling the environment. Enabling the environment in this case is building your network, because e-commerce business deals with network.
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Hello. Yeah. Sorry, I just pick a call. So what I'm saying here is that you need to build a network, and you need to know what business you are going into, because e-commerce is basically a target market business. You need to target a specific target audience, target market, and target share before you start. Otherwise, you're going to go into something big that you can't carry, which is part of the study that we had, and which makes many e-commerce fail because they go in all big and they fail later on without delivery. So, but if you make your own research and you identify the market, you identify the market share, then you can know how to actually promote, how to market, how to actually deliver the business virtually. Actually, so the e-commerce is nothing, yeah, like it's not a rocket science or something different, but rather it is just a business that you are doing it physically, you taking it online. So another thing you need to do is getting vendors. One thing that is going to make your e-commerce fly or sustainable is having enough resources, enough product in your stock. People don't want to come to your store. They just get to see this, they get to see an item, and then they click on purchase, and they'll find that it's sold out, it's not available. They check on another item, not available. So people want to be having constant product in your store. So this is why you need to have vendors, available vendors, whereby if you go to vendor A, if he doesn't have it, you go to vendor B, vendor C, vendor D. Have options so that your e-commerce will be filled with products, so that whenever your customers go into check your e-commerce site, they can be able to find their product. And e-commerce doesn't have to be like a big technology. Let's say, for example, you having a mobile application, having a website, and all this. WhatsApp alone can serve you. You can use WhatsApp and do a lot of marketing, because I know a girl here in my area. She's very good with people. With just WhatsApp, if you can see the traction she's making is huge. So she usually used to be at every event. She usually any function she goes there. She network with people. She get contact, and she gather those contacts and she follow up. Then she follow up on them. If she has any product, she post it on her status. She share. She create broadcast message. She share those all those her product. So another thing is for you to have rich network. If you want your e-commerce to fly, you must have a rich network. Rich network, you need to have people that have people. You need to know people that know people. This will also help you, because it's all about referrals. In e-commerce, referrals works a lot. Because, for example, I buy, let's say, for example, I buy a shoe from Umar, and I was like, I like this shoe. And a friend of mine was like, hey, Hafa, I know someone and Takarman. I was like, yeah, I got it from Umar. He was like, well, who is Umar? I was like, yeah, he has an online store where you can check any product you want. You will, okay, send me his contact. Let me check him out. I'll just send him the contact. He's going to check him out. So by checking him out, if you get the product he wants, he order, and he also will also refer somebody to that person. So this is why you need to have contact. You need to have contact, not just contact, but rich contact. Even if they are not going to buy from you, they are going to refer somebody to buy from you. So for you to have a sustainable e-commerce, you need to know what you are selling to people. So in making sure that you have that, you need to test your product. You need to have quality product. You need to have classic product. You need uniqueness, so to see, about your product. Unique product. You need to have that. So because if what makes an e-commerce different from physical is you are taking a lot of struggles, a lot of work with works for somebody. For me, for example, for me to say, oh, let me get keke, let me go to Sabangari. No, for me to get keke, I will spend transport, go to Sabangari. The runner that will hit me is another thing. Go to Sabangari, well, go inside here. This person will push you. This one will push you. This one will insult this one. The struggle, the stress is too much. So you are taking off all this stress for that person. So you must make sure that you are giving a value that is worth for somebody to go into that market and get his stuff. If you go to market, you're going to get available and optional product. You can say, for example, if you go there to get cap, you can see many caps, you can see many designs and all. So you must make sure that your e-commerce is solving a lot of problems. You understand? You must make sure you have a seamless delivery model. You must make sure you respond swiftly, because customers don't want a situation whereby they requested for a product, they put purchase, and they didn't get instant feedback or instant response. So that also discouraged them. So you must make sure that you respond swiftly and you have quality, because quality is what is going to keep people in your e-commerce, and it's what is going to make people refer people to come to your e-commerce. So
Hello, Mami,
what's the difference between you and the market is uniqueness. Beside the stress you are taking off people, is unique product. So whatever you're going to get, the product you're going to get in your stock should be unique. If you are delivering services, your services should stand out. So this will also make you have a standard e-commerce. So I don't know if I'm making sense or everyone is hearing me.
Yes, sir. A lot of sense. Like I have been jotting things. Please go on, sir.
Great, great. Okay. So another thing is making use of social media. Social media plays a very big role in promoting your e-commerce. You can't just rely on WhatsApp alone, or you can't just rely on your website alone or your mobile app alone. You need to make use of the social media. You will all see how TikTok is actually making wave. You need to take advantage of trend. In everything you do, in any business you do, you must take advantage of trend. Social media trend, what is trending, how can I leverage this trend for it to actually add value to my business. For example, you have a website and you have a business, a WhatsApp for business. Then you need to have a TikTok account, you need to have Instagram account, you need to have Facebook account, you need to have Twitter, because all these social media platforms, they have specific target users. Those on Facebook are different from those in Twitter. Those in Twitter are different from those in TikTok. Those in TikTok are different from those in Instagram. So this is you diversifying your target market. You understand? So if you make use of social media, you must know how to make use of social media, because you see how it's trending. So through that social media, you can get to see many products. For example, at times I used to see sponsored ad of product on Instagram. I'll be like, let me check this out. I can't count the number of times I buy things from Instagram. From Instagram, there's where you're going to post your post. You're going to post your product. It's going to link somebody to your WhatsApp for business. And from there, you can pick it up. Okay, I see this product and I want, and this is the price. Another thing with e-commerce is people don't usually bargain. This is psychology. If you go to market, you bargain. You'll be like, okay, for example, how much is this car? They'll be like, it's 20,000. How? I don't guru. Yeah, let me back do ashiri. Let me give you 15,000 now. No, it's 20,000 last. You'll be like, I don't go with 15,000 in a day. Let me give you. You'll be like, to have another, I bring 17,000. You see, but if it is e-commerce, because of the value that is being attached to the product. Because anybody that is coming into e-commerce, the big giant companies have already created credibility for you. So anybody that see you on e-commerce, he knows that you are selling quality product. So they will like, if you say this is 20,000, it's hardly for people to bargain. 20,000, 20,000 it is. The next thing will like, send me your account number. If you have your account number, somebody will just send the money and he's just going to send you receipt. Like, okay, like this, I make a payment of this. I need this to be delivered to me. So you need to make use of social media. Social media helps a lot. You understand? And then also, if you are making use of social media, you must know how to make use of it. For example, when it comes to posting, so there is good time of posting, there is perfect time of posting, there is bad time of posting. So you must know all this. You must know when to post your content for it to get good reach, for it to get visibility, right? And then also you must for your product, you must get quality pictures of your product because it's something that people are not seeing. So the picture speaks for the product. So you must get quality pictures for your product. And another thing is that you must make sure that what you are advertising is what people will get if they buy, not what is trending on social media, like, okay, what I ordered versus what I receive. So if you want to have credibility for your e-commerce, you must make sure that at least try to do this for a business. Like what I ordered versus what I get. Let it be that what I get is even better than what I see or what I ordered. So that's credibility. So because it's one of the factor that is actually killing e-commerce businesses. What I buy versus what I get. You see a fancy thing, a very nice product on picture on the e-commerce platform. You buy it and you get disappointment. I do that. I also get that. There was a shoe that I saw. I bought the shoe. Wallahi azim, I put that shoe 3 times. Wallahi takalman na ya tsatsage. It breaks like I can't I like, but cannot imagine. So because I know what we are going through, the kind of energy we are putting to have an enabling environment for e-commerce to strive, that didn't discourage me. I know I'll be like, okay, fine. This is not the fault of the vendor, of the e-commerce owner. Probably those who manufacture the product, they didn't produce good product. So I give that a wave. I'll just wave it out. So, but if you want to stand your ground, you want your business to promote and sell itself, you must provide quality product. Take, for example, iPhone. iPhone, be it you bought an iPhone in anywhere, farm center ni, in any, in a jakara ni, you know you are buying quality product. If it is online, you know you are buying quality product. It doesn't matter if it is off, if it is physical, you bought it, or online, you bought it, you are buying quality. You understand? So that credibility is there. That trust is there. So you need to build that trust and credibility for your business, right? So if you are selling product, you must test the product yourself. Make sure it works. Make sure it's what you are selling to people. What you tested and you trust the product is what you are selling. If you do not test the product or trust the product, don't sell it because it might even lead you to problem. You understand? So another thing that I will add up to this is if you are having an e-commerce business, try to be networking. If there is any event, any function, any gathering, go there. Attend. If it takes for you to pay. Attend the event. If you do that, you identify, you answer, you scout for potential people. You reach out to them, you network, you understand, you exchange contact, build a network for yourself. That is what is going to promote your business. For example, I don't know how many of you are here in Kano. You must know of Bella Kano. So Bella Kano is one person that has built credibility in e-commerce. You understand, because he started e-commerce early and he did deliver, so to say. So there was a time that we went for an event with him. So when he was there, because many people used to think of Bello Kano to be somebody, maybe an elderly person because of his ventures. So not knowing he's just a young guy like us, doing amazing things. The people were like, so this is Bello Kano. As he went off the stage, people rushed to him like, Bello, I want you to help me how to do this. I started this. Bello couldn't handle the people while I was standing beside. He was like, okay, you. You see that guy there? He was like, Icon, see these people, attend to them. He was like, okay, I'll attend to them. They will come. They will like this. I will try to attend to their problem as much as I can. And what happened? It resulted to a very good result, because what happened there, what I'm trying to tell you people is he has built credibility. He has built trust in people. So this is why anywhere people see him, they go with their problem. They ask him, "Is this original or not? Is this genuine or not?" You understand? So make sure you build a very reputable brand for your business, whereby it sells for itself. So let me know you with talks. Is if there is any question, we can attend to that. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Omar. This is so insightful. Like my jotter is just filled up with jotting and taking notes. Thank you so much. This is so insightful and blissful. And I believe that, like all of us in this room, have picked one or two things. And I love one thing you made mention is the fact that if you want to go into business, you should have what we call market intelligent format. That particular stuff is very important, like in your business, because you can't just see an ocean and you feel like, okay, this is an ocean. You don't know, maybe, okay, this is salt, or like the ocean, like how does it look like? Are there fishes in the oceans? Is it the shark? If you fall inside this way, you need to also understand the format in which you go into a market. And another thing again is you were actually mentioning network a lot, right? I noticed that network a lot. Networking is very important while building your business. Very important, because these days, it's by referral, like recommendation. If I test your product and I'm okay with it, I will always want to refer somebody to it. So referrals are very fast, and you also need to gain their trust. That is where the issue of quality product and also what I buy versus what I get, right, comes in. So yeah, I learned a lot, and I believe everybody in the room also do the same. And yeah, it's time for question and answer. Please, if you have a question, you can raise up your hands while I call on your name and ask your question for our amazing speakers. Yeah. So while we do that, I will love us to a bit at your own spare time. Try to interact with our platform. As I said earlier, RetailLoop is developed for business and also developers that build amazing stuff around businesses. So it has a lot of features ranging from managing a business, taking inventories, transactions and all. And it's the most amazing part of it is localized, like very localized and flexible to use. Please, I would like us to, at our spare time, please click on that link that I just sent to the chat box and just start using Retail Loop. One thing again is it has what we call front store. That means as a business owner, you don't need to look for any tedious design, or you can easily create your mini websites. You can easily create your yeah, you can easily create your mini e-commerce website. Put your product there, interact with your customers. I would like you to have. I don't need to gist you about it. I want you to be curious. Click that link and get started with it. Yeah. So we have a question here. How do you gather market intelligence in the niche where other people have failed in? So, please, who wants to go first? Umar Mohammed. Please, I guess you talked about market intelligence formats.
Yes, thank you. So, for you to get your business, your market intelligence research, market intelligence research is it's a very large volume of document. So it has various segment, or let me say various categories. You understand? There is sales research, there is marketing research, there is test research, there is demographic, there is by age, and so many of them. So what you need to do is you can develop your own model. You can develop your own model on what you want to make research on. You understand? You can do it by product. You can do it by product. So by product is you take, for example, let's make an example with techno. Techno came into the market space, the African market space, there about, let me see, should I say somewhere around 2000, 10, 11, right? Is it 11, 12, 13, right? I've forgotten actually what date is. So before they came in, there were so many phones that we're actually making with. There was the likes of Sony Ericsson, there was the likes of Nokia, Siemens, Samsung, So Techno actually studied these phones that are making waves, that are people are buying them, and they said, how can we bring market? How can we tap a portion of the market? So yeah, yeah, sorry, I just respond. A call was coming in and somebody is talking to me. So they made a research. They make it this way. So, okay, fine. We want to come into this the African market space, and we want to provide mobile phones that will compete with those phones already in the market, but ours with a subsidized rate. So we have, let's say, for example, we have three categories of target audience. There is the higher level, higher caliber of people. There is the middle class. There is the lower class. So technically, we're like, okay, let's target the middle class and the lower class. The phone that the middle class can use and the lower class can use, and it is going to be affordable. And those phones have features like the other phones in the market. So they came in, they were making research, they might probably have reached you, ask you some questions, or send you some survey, you get to answer, but you don't know that it is for them or this is what they're going to do with it. So in doing that market intelligence research, you need to do a lot of surveys. You need to create survey forms using Google Forms or any other form generator you can do. Send to people, ask them question about the product, how you can better your product, how you can make your product better or your service better. Send to people, let people, random people give you feedback. You get the response, you analyze the response. So in this case, like we're making reference with Techno, how they came in. They started making mobile phones that support Java applications with speaker. Then if you have mobile phone that play music, that play video, you are a big boy. They did all this, and the phones were affordable. This is how they break into the market. They started making phones. They started targeting classes of people. They started making phones based on class, based on uniqueness. You understand? Till this day, this is how mobile phones, for example, used to develop phones. For example, now camera is what is trending. If you are buying phone, you go for phones that have good camera because of what? Now pictures is what is trending. You just snap a picture with high resolution with so many features and so on and so on. So likewise for your product, you need to make surveys, you need to go to the market, ask for pricing, you understand, check the quality, assure the quality, and you can be able to get your own responses and put out your own market intelligence research. From there, you can know that you can tell person boldly that this is how qualitative your product is, or this is how your product is better than this product because of what you have done the research, you have went to the market, you have buy samples of the product, you have tested them, and you know how qualitative they are. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, so thank you so much, Umar Mohammed. This is so insightful, and the answers were well detailed and breakdown. In fact, me too, that I did not really ask the question. I had to jot down some things. Yeah, because we are in the business world. So please, let's have our questions coming. I have a question here. Though the person was not able to join this call, but of course, since the call is put on record, I can ask the question why the person can watch later. All right. So the question is, what is the best part about being a developer that builds softwares or solutions for SMEs business? Like, what is the best part of being a developer that builds solutions for SMEs business? So, Umar Farouk, if you would like to go for that.
Yeah, can you guys hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
All right, so actually, like that could differ depending on the interest of the person. Like if we are talking of best part, like okay, that person is asking of like maybe the single part, like something one that's maybe like okay, we can say okay, it's the most enjoyable moment or like part of developing for SMEs. But actually, like for me or for a lot of people that I've worked in, remember, like I have been building solutions together with the United Nations team, the SDGs, and we have aligned a lot of businesses like to sustainable development and other things. So there is this feeling that you get when you accomplish something. Like a lot of people enjoy this feeling of accomplishment, like me being part of a solution that is changing, maybe let's say an ecosystem or community, right? Like simplifying things. A lot of people enjoy this feeling like, okay, if I've solved a problem and I have seen it in practice, like the pleasure is different. Like other people have this kind of feeling, and the other people is for the reward that comes after solving the problem. It comes in both ways. Like you can get them both after writing a solution, after solving any business problem. But like personally, for me, I can say, okay, like the sense of accomplishment that follows after solving that problem, like comes first before any remuneration that can come. Of course, like we are doing it for the remuneration, but like you seeing your solution being adopted or implemented by a lot of people and people giving you positive feedback about like, wow, I couldn't have done this without this solution. Thank you for writing this library. Oh, thank you for opening this API tools. Like, this is one of the best feeling when it comes to that. And of course, like the second best part is you selling the service or maybe like you getting some token. Like if you open source your solution, like a lot of people can be giving donations, like there are opportunities. You can be invited to a lot of places, like, and they'll be hailing you, like, okay, this person was the person that developed this, and because of him, like, a lot of people are using this thing for free. You get to speak, you get to meet a lot of people. So, like, it opens a door of influence for you in the community because of the solution that you have written. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Umar Farouk, for answering this question. And of course, I have another question here with me, which is She said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I sell scarf. I try to utilize social medias. I have all the social media platforms. I post online every day, but yet I don't get enough engagement and people don't patronize my business. Please, can you advise me on what to do? So I guess this question is coming from a business owner, not a developer. So I don't know. Umar Mohammed, you like to go?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, for this one, let me make it this way. So there is a way you can she can do it. And another thing is for you to actually build a network. Uh, it's not just a matter of saying a day or a time that you're going to use and for you to build that network. You understand? It takes some times. And another thing for her to attract, for now, is going to be an attraction of a team. You understand? So she need to put a face to the brand. Putting a face to the brand, she need, for example, she need to get a popular person that will just promote her product. Like you make mention that she sells scarves, right? So let's say, for example, she get a non figure, public figure, use her scarf, just snap pictures and publicize that so person is using is has patronized my service or something like this, and then also for her to get traction. Also, again, like I said, networking. Let her go to events, let her network with people, stand, share contact, and then keep sending broadcast message, or even one-on-one send to people for people to help her post it, and also using influencers. She can get influencers to promote her brand, and then for her product. And another thing is she need to brand her business. Branding her business in the sense that there is what we call the product shoot. For example, her scarf, she need to snap the picture, a very nice picture. Let her put her logo there on the picture so that anywhere that picture went is going to carry her brand, her logo. So people will know that, okay, this picture or this product belongs to this person. Possibly she can put her logo or even her social media account and her phone number on it, so that if anybody sees and feel that he likes this product, he will contact her. So doing this kind of things will also help her in publicizing and promoting her business.
Okay, thank you so much, Umar. And so I have one more questions. We are trying to, look at our time, and of course, as a business owners and developers, we are always conscious of our time. Yeah. So I have one last question here. She said, "Please, I have a business and I have been creating some sort of business education. I got customers attraction. People comment on my products, but they don't buy my products. Like, okay, so this is what she's trying to say. Like, she has a lot of attractions and she's able to target her audience to some extent, but I think now she has not targeted her customers yet. So she's looking at a way that she can kind of target people that will actually buy her products instead of just commenting, "Oh, I like this, I want this, I want to buy," and you will not. So, Farouk, can you do justice to this? Let's just take two to right.
Okay. Hello once again. Uh, What I think like, okay, one thing she should consider doing is to maybe study the comments. Like, it's about targeting markets, the demography she is actually working, the type of service she's offering, and the people she have in contact are not the same. Remember, like during my presentation, I said the first thing like is identifying the best niche. So like for her, what she has to do is to check, okay, like what are those people looking for and what is she selling? If she's selling something that these people are not looking for, like of course, all they have to do is to support her. Like they can just maybe like recommend other people, like maybe from their comments, they can tag other people. Can come and see somebody buying this thing. Sorry, someone selling this type of product. But of course, them they are not interested. If she want to satisfy them, if she want to make her business like helpful to them, then she should study like the study she's going to do is to read the comment, like see what they are looking for, and if she can bring it into her business, then she should offer that service to them. But if she can't, like of course she have to like diversify her customers, like maybe the demography, like look for that area and target them only. She have to forget about this her cycle because it's about issue of conversion. Like she cannot convert them to customers. She have traction, like, but converting has become difficult. That's because she's not offering what they need, right? I think like Umar Mohammed like will be in better position to answer this. But for me, like this is what I can suggest she should look into. Umar, please, like you should add something over this.
All right. So what I will say here is, when developing business plan, business modeling, there is what we call customer persona that you need to create. So customer persona deals also with bit of you get bit of information or data from your market intelligence research, whereby you're going to build a persona for your customer. You need to know who you are targeting, right? If you identify who you are targeting, you need to study how they think. You need to know their psychology, because there is business in business psychology. You need to know how your customers think, how your target customers think, because at times you need to think for your customers as well. So in this, if she built the customer persona in before having a first time customer, it passes through three stages. First is the impression. They will just see it. They'll be like, okay, the impression can be positive or negative. Wow, this nice. Wow, I like it. It's nice. That's impression. Or an impression can be, wow, this is whack. I know this is going to look terrible even if I wear it. This impression. So it can be this. After this, there's going to be what? Decision making. Decision making is the second stage. Whether this is the critical stage, this is where she is now. This is where she is now, the decision making stage. Whether they are going to buy or not, they are still contemplating. You understand? So should we buy it or not? Is this product qualitative? Is this product original? Is this product genuine or not? Is this good or not? Or is it terrible? So they are still in this stage. So what she needs to do is convince them, for them to make their own decision. So in this stage, there is what we call customer engagement. So customer engagement, psychologically, you need to tell them that, hey, look, you need to buy this product. Stop doubting. Stop thinking twice. If you're buying, buy. If you're not buying, move on. Psychologically, you need to think, you need to actually build this in their mind. So this will convince them to buy. If they buy, they are your customers. If they don't buy, they are not your customer. They go. So in doing this, you need to have customer engagement. So customer engagement will now convince them to buy or not. So in this customer engagement, this is where you start bringing the likes of testimony. The like of testimony. So this is whereby this kind of business you start by family and friends. If somebody buy, you have that person write a recommendation for you. If that person write a recommendation for you, you post it, share it. Wow, thank you for recommending us, or thank you for saying this about us. Get people to give testimony about your product. All these are engagement that is convincing these people to buy. So if they buy it, fine. If they didn't buy it, they go. What of you can still follow them if they go. You understand? You can still follow them to make the decision of referring people or to just let them go like this. By doing that is make sure that you get good testimony. And another thing that will help you in this stage is doing giveaway and promos. She can do giveaway, she can do promo. It's all psychology for that customer to actually buy the product or not, to buy the product or not. So this is a probability, but with the customer engagement, she can be able to convert them to our customers. I don't know if this answer her question.
Thank you so much for answering this question, and you two has already did justice to all these questions we have. And hopefully, I'm not seeing any question right now or any hands raised. And I believe that we are always open for more questions as time goes on. And of course, this business week is a bi-weekly event. That means 2 weeks interval, and of course, we'll be discussing everything around businesses and e-commerce. So, thank you everyone for joining. And on this note, we'd like to say a good evening to everyone. And please don't forget to text our platform at app.retailloop.co. Of course, I'll send the link across the platforms for us to, me now, definitely disturb everybody to use the app. All right, so thank you so much. Thank you to the amazing speakers we have here today. Thank you so much to the amazing attendees. Thank everyone for showing up, and have a wonderful day ahead. See you guys next business week. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.